everybody, Fran here at New Testament Explained. This video is the second in a series of 4 videos that look at the I am sayings that appear in Anthology 3 if you are studying Edexcel A-Level Religious Studies. This video is going to look at the I am the light of the world saying and focusing on the context, background, interpretations and symbolism. In terms of the context of this passage, it continues the theme of light and darkness that is established in John's prologue, which is topic 2.1 if you are studying Edexcel A-Level Religious Studies. Furthermore, this passage happens during the Festival of Tabernacle, which is a harvest festival in Judaism. And the Temple of Jerusalem at this time would have been lit up with torches. When it comes to the background of this I am saying, and in particular Old Testament references to light, light was the first thing that God created in the book of Genesis. Furthermore, in Isaiah chapter 49 verse 6 and chapter 42 verse 7, we see prophecies that the Messiah would be a light to Gentiles and would open the eyes of the blind. Again, we've got more Old Testament references. The Torah was seen as a light by the Jews, and in Psalms chapter 119 verse 105 we see your word is a lamp for my feet, a light to my path. And finally, Exodus tradition is of God as a pillar of fire guiding the Israelites in the wilderness, and that appears in Exodus chapter 13 verse 21. So what we get here is the fact that there are many references to light in the Old Testament. In terms of how we can understand this Bible passage, this I am the light of the world, I am saying, Jesus here is claiming to be the light of the world when speaking in the temple. And what he is indicating is that he's not the festival tabernacle light, he is the true light. By this, Jesus is claiming that he is the light of the world who can lead people to eternal life, as prophesied in the Old Testament and as raised in John's prologue. Interestingly, during the questioning of the blind man by the Pharisees, it is the blind man who sees who Jesus truly is, and the Pharisees who are blinded, spiritually blinded. And last of all, there is a sense of irony that John tries to get across here, that the Torah was considered the light, but the Pharisees in this moment used the Torah and the laws to condemn Jesus for breaking the Sabbath laws. And many would consider this ironic because they cannot see who Jesus really is because of these Torah laws. Looking then at symbolism, for the Jews, illness was symbolic of being punished for sin. It was a sign that you had sinned. And what's interesting is that in this passage, that notion is rejected by Jesus. Furthermore, St. Augustine has argued that the blind man in this Bible passage is symbolic of the human race, and that this is because the man being born blind is actually symbolic of original sin, the sin that we are all born with, and that traces back to the Adam and Eve narrative in Genesis. And finally, Raymond E. Brown argues that blindness is symbolic of ignorance, but it is not their fault unless they insist on remaining ignorant when Jesus arrives to open their eyes. And we get the following quote by Raymond E. Brown: "The blind man knows little and yet learns so much. The Pharisees know everything and can be taught nothing." That then ends this video on the I am the light of the world, I am saying in John's Gospel. Thank you for watching as always, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.